All right. Shabbat Shalom to all our brothers and sisters that connect with us by the way of technology. We thank the Most High for another Shabbat that He's given us. And we're going to dive back into the book, picking back up on what we left off on the last time we was off last week, and we begin to talk about the prophecies that are unfolding. I ain't gonna say just in this nation, but in the world. And one thing we need to always understand that when the scriptures are taught in their proper context, this is a book of prophecy for every dispensation. The Most High has left what He's doing in every season behind in the scriptures, and it is for us to know what He says, to discipline ourselves, to line up with Him, that we be up under His umbrella of blessing and not judgment. And so there are a lot of things that are going on, and like I say, the Most High, He has His messengers in the land that's go tell you what's going on. And most people don't, the stuff that I'm talking about, most people don't even know this because they're so caught up in this and that. And like I said, like I told you before, America's in war. America is in war already in the so-called Middle East. We're not hearing nothing about it. Like I said, you have their special news sites, you go up there bombing each other and everything. It's happening. I'm talking about everything that your prophets Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Isaiah, all of them talk about, which the worldly pastors, most Christian pastors, did not go talk about this because they haven't been given that insight to understand this. So they continue to give the world a worldly point of view to keep you distracted, not to know what is really going on, to know who's who in the scriptures on today. Okay, so we're going to dive into it and see what He has to say unto us on today. So we're going to be coming out I want to say this first. If you don't realize in the scriptures, like I said, don't believe nothing that I'm saying. Go back and research everything I'm telling you. Go back and research everything I'm telling you. If you don't know at this dispensation in this time, and you're somewhere and you listen to people speaking and they're not telling you who the Medes are, who is Babylon, what is all this Isaiah and Ezekiel and them talking about over here? Because a lot of people, they don't deal with that. A lot of preachers on Sunday, you're going to hear them, they're not going to deal with that. They think that's done. I said, no, those are prophets that the Most High sent and told you these things going to happen at a latter time. Then if you really read the apostles, they start talking about this stuff. Revelation talks about it. But like I said, there's a whole nother doctrine to feel good about you, all this fleshly stuff that watch. You don't hear Isaiah and Daniel and all them talk about that. They're talking about the Most High's will. When it's the Most High's will and it's a true message, the message is going to draw you, point you not back to them, but back to the Father, because that's your creator, not back to your parents, because the Most High sent you through your parents. He or she is going to point you back to your creator, because that's who we're supposed to be on our steps to getting back light. So like I say, it's important to know who the Medes are, to know who Babylon is. So we're going to come out of Isaiah chapter 13. And we're going to be at verse 17. We're going to do verse 17 and 19. Again, this is part 2 of prophecies that are unfolding in real time, right while we sit here, or right while you listen. These things are going on now, but most people don't know it. Like he said, like the Most High said, he said in the last days, It's going to be just like the days of Noah. They're going to be going, they're going to be doing all this, they're going to be watching. Then they're going to turn their ears. He said they're going to have itchy ears. They're going to seek out teachers for themselves. He's telling you this is what's going on. So many people have lost the way. They're distracted. Watch. But he said, watch. It's just going to be, it's going to be the same way. They wouldn't hear the real ones until things start happening. Until things start happening. Like I told you before, and I tell you again, this ain't just coming up because I don't have nothing else to say. I just need a word. Nah, this is what's coming. This is what's going on, because when my time and my season is up and I have to give an account for my assignment on every individual that I've encountered for wherever he stepped me to, watch. I don't play with it. I'm not going to play with it, because I know that, watch, every day that the Most High gives us, it's another day we get closer to seeing him. And that's how you should go about life, understanding this, that what? You're here on assignment, and every day that the Most High gives you to live, that's another day that you get closer to living, to seeing him. And you have to give an account. You have to give account for your life and the things that you've done. You know? All right. So Isaiah 13, we're going to do verse 17 and verse 19. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and just, like I say, this is a rehearsal for those that really listen. And because some don't listen. Some they turn their spirit off. This is something that you don't turn your spirit off. You can't be somewhere with your spirit, a shut off spirit. Okay, so he says this. Iran is the Medes. So when you see Iran in the Bible, when you see the Medes, that is the nation today that is called Iran. Okay, when you see Isaiah and all of them talking about Babylon, that is the United States. That is the United States. And like I say, you'll see it because the Most High, through his word, you go see the characteristics. He's going to pull it out and show you, wow, that is them. But like I told you, don't believe nothing I'm saying. You got to go research Iran. You go research all this stuff for yourself. So you make sure you ain't dealing with a warlock. A warlock is a male witch. Somebody bamboozling you, hoodwinking you, trying to deceive you, mislead you, get you to believe in something false. Okay? All right, so we're at Isaiah 13, verse 17. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. Against them. Again, the Medes are who? Iran. He said, I'm going to stir up the Medes against them. I is Yahweh, Elohim, God. He says, I'm going to do it. I'm going to stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver. As for gold, they shall not delight in it. In other words, watch. That pronoun he's defining, he says what? These type of people, watch. They know how to conquer people in power with what? Money, right? He said, but watch, the Medes, you ain't finna buy them. Because they're not finna be another one of your whores, your spiritual whores that you can buy and get them to do whatever you want. He said they're not going to have no regard for your wealth. Basically what he said, they're not going to have no regard for them. And the Most High says, guess who's doing this? I'm doing it. And so when you see this and you hear scripture taught the right way, that's why you have to study, because you'll be trying to pray for something. Most High said, how you go pray for prophecy? How you go pray against prophecy? This has to happen. I told you it was going to happen. That's why he says study, because a lot of our people, they go and pray for stuff they watch. You praying for stuff that people reaping. You praying for stuff that's being prophesied. You see, that's why, like I said, you have to really develop your ear to hear, or you're going to be just moving off emotions. Rather, like I say, giving people information, because information is what really brings change. Okay? All right. So the Most High says he's going to stir the Medes up against them. And watch, the Medes, Iran is not going to have no regards for their wealth, their gold or their silver. Watch now. Verse 19, skip down to verse 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, The beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. He says, watch, this Babylon, which is the glory of all kingdoms. In other words, this particular nation is one that everyone idolizes, everyone looks up to. He says, watch. But their downfall and the Most High's judgment on them is going to be likened to that of who? Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, we studied last time what really was Sodom and Gomorrah's main sin. But if you just like being a repeater and like most people, they just repeat what they hear, they never go read it for themselves. First thing folks will say, well, they was in homosexuality. That wasn't the thing the reason why the Most High destroyed them. They did do that, but he said they was haughty. They were a haughty people, like they looked down and they had their nose up like they were better than people. And they were so prideful till they thought, watch, their will and their ways to watch. Even the Most High couldn't touch them. Even the Most High couldn't reach them. And he said, it's going to be for Babylon, it's going to be the same way. Because she's a haunted nation. She thinks she's untouchable. She can go anywhere she wants and get anything she wants and do whatever she wants anytime she wants. But he says the Most High through the prophet, that watch, they're going to go down just like Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? Watch. Let's go to Jeremiah. We're going to let the book talk. We're going to let the book talk. Like I said, don't believe nothing I'm saying, because you ain't, like I said, you ain't going to hear this on Sundays. You ain't going to hear this. They ain't going to tell you that. Because watch, the Most High say, I send all these other spirits out, watch, to get you to do it. What? But watch, you're going to see all throughout. If you're reading this book, you're going to see, watch, they was just handed the baton off. Fulfilling prophecy. Boom, boom. This is what you're supposed to be doing. And you have to look at yourself. Are you doing the will of Yah? Are you fulfilling what you're supposed to be fulfilling in this dispensation? And it lines up, watch, not with what you feel or how you, is what he's saying. Because like I said, like I told you, one day, I'm going to disappear. I'm going to check up out of here. I got to give an account. And one thing about doing what the Most High will, you don't worry about what people like, what they think, or whatever. Watch, you do what he says. You do what he says. Because when if you ever move to a place where, watch, you're moving based upon what people like, you know the Most High saying this, but I know they ain't gonna like it. Now you have, watch, you have made the people a God, and you're doing what, watch, you're doing what they want because you want to be liked and accepted. And the Most High say, I'll give you that because I give you free will, but guess what? You're going to have to see me. You're going to have to see me. That's why he kept telling our people, choose this day who you go serve. Who you go serve. Okay? All right. All right. So we're in Jeremiah 51. Another prophet. So the Most High always talk to his prophet. He said he don't do nothing in the earth unless he first what? Reveal it to his prophets. I mean, he got real prophets in the earth today. And guess what? They get the same treatment as the old prophets. They get rejected, they get stoned, they get talked about, they get persecuted. But watch, when this stuff started to happen, then everybody want to come get in the boat. But it's going to be what? Too late. That's why anybody you encounter, any person you come into your life, where you call them friend, you need to ask, why are you here? What is your purpose? Because either they're coming to enhance the purpose or they're going to hinder the purpose. You should ask who my purpose. Either I come to watch, hinder what the Most High has on your life, I come to be a blessing and add on to it. That's any relationship you get into on this earth. Whether you're with me, whether I'm with you or I'm not with you no more, that's how you go about life. Anybody that comes into your life, you have to say, watch, is this the Most High's will? Is this person been put in my life, watch, to be a distraction, a hindrance, or have they been put in the attic? And the Bible says you will know a tree by the way, fruit it bears by its actions. Not by this, the action, the fruit that comes out of him or her. And so you got to always know, okay, who? I don't care if it's a blood family member, who? He said, watch, try the spirit by the Spirit. Don't ever get caught up in people, doing all that religious talk. The Most High is not religious. He's a spirit. He's a spirit, okay? In other words, it comes from here. It comes from outside of you. You should be able to feel it. You see? All right. So you always, that's the lesson. You calling people friends, whatever. Understand. Always pray about them. Why are they here, Most High? Who is this person? Show me their purpose. Why? Like I said, you hear me say this all the time. You don't hear a lot of messages tell you. You should be praying about me. You should be asking the Most High who I am. Is he a witch? Is he a warlock? Is he here trying to hurt us? Who is he, Most High? Is he a devil? Is he a loud speaking, Bible talking, hide behind scriptures? Who is he? That's how you go about it. All right, Jeremiah 51. And we're going to do verse 11, verse 28 and 29. Jeremiah 51. And we're going to do verse 11, verse 28, and verse 29. I'm going to say it again. Jeremiah 51. We're going to do verse 11, verse 28, and verse 29. And we're finna serve verse 11 to you right now like this. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Most High hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes for his device against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Most High, the vengeance of his temple. So this war and these wars that you see and come up is telling you who's orchestrating them, right? And when you see Iran bombing right now, Iran has the 8th largest military in the earth. They're bombing, but you don't hear because you keep hearing about what? Worldly stuff. You keep hearing T.D. Jakes, P. Diddy, what's worldly stuff that's going on? All this, I want to go. Oh, you here? Somebody said, did you look at the something happened? I said, I wasn't really drawn to that. I said, my mind is somewhere else now. Because like I said, we're living in a great time of distraction and falling away. And you have to do everything that you need to do to make sure you're locked in. So he says he's going to stir the spirit of the Medes. See? He said, I'm going to stir them, right? Let me read it again. He said, make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Most High have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. He's raised them up. And see, watch. So you mean the Most High raise up people to fight against somebody? Oh, yeah. For his glory. For his honor. And so this is why we become students of the word, because watch. We need to pray. It's all kind of wars over there in the Middle East. I heard somebody in the gym. We just really need to be. I said, you can't pray against prophecy, ma'am. I'm sorry. You can't do that. He's doing it. How you gonna pray against his will? That's why, watch, it is important. Have you read are you studying? Because watch, I'm finna give you a little commercial. We were made in the Most High's what? Image and his likeness. So we were made in his image and his likeness, guess what? The Most High, he doesn't have problems, right? He don't have problems. And so when he tells us we need to guard our mind, our heart, watch, because we're divine. He said, I want you not to be a human, but walk in divinity. But as soon as you get outside of me, you start thinking outside of where you take on thoughts that I told you not to take on. You walk in a wheel that outside, now you birthed a baby. You've given birth to a baby. Guess what that baby is called? Problems. So anytime you outside of the will of Yah, you birthed that baby called what? Problems. But while you in the wheel, that's why he said everything was good, right? Soon as Adam and Eve got outside the wheel, guess what happened? Problems, right? Long as you're walking inside, like I say, disciplining yourself to do the Most High's will, you don't have problems. You can be around folks that have birthed problems, but guess what? Them problems don't get on you. But anytime you go outside his thinking, his mindset, you're going to birth problems. But that's why he says, watch, that's why he gives a key point. He says, you were made in my image and my likeness. And so when you understand who I am, oh, so Most High, you don't have problems. You don't. So you mean to tell me if I guard that and practice being like you, you're like me? If the Most High don't have problems, then guess what? You don't have problems. How do I get problems with Most High? You begin to get out of my will and take on another mindset, and another mindset, which is another God. Watch. That other God, its family is called what? Problems. Because it's contrary to me. It goes against me. So now really you're fighting against me. All right. That's a little commercial. Now we're back at Jeremiah. We're back at Jeremiah. So he says he's going to stir the Medes, right? He says he's going to stir the spirit of the king of the Medes for his device against Babylon to do one thing, to destroy it. So the Most High is telling what's going to happen to this particular place called Babylon. And so you know it ain't ancient Babylon. There's a new Babylon that he's talking about. And like I said, to understand this Babylon, just look what he says about it. It's the glory of all kingdoms. So you know who he's talking about. Okay? All right, let's go down to verse 28 of Jeremiah. Verse 28, he says, prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes. He said, prepare against her the nations with the king of the Medes. So if you notice, and I forget what's this, they don't have a United Nations, but you see China, Africa, Iran. You see all them joining forces. If you follow, like I say, world things, and you're not caught up in this world, it's happening right at real time, right before you even now. He says, watch, prepare against her the nations with the king prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes. So they're joining forces. Just like the United States has the United Nations. Oh, they're joining forces. And watch, this is all the work of the Most High. Because you don't want to see things, watch. What is that in the sky? Is that what is? You were told. Because the Most High says what? Before he sends destruction, he sends what? Warning. The Most High is never going to allow his people to be caught up. He said, I'm going to send a message. But watch. It's up to you whether you choose to hear it or not. Before it started raining on the earth in Noah's day, he sent the message. But remember, again, he says it's going to be just like the days of Noah. They shut their ears. They didn't want to hear what Noah had to say. He says it's going to be just like that. And you have to decide what type of people you are. Are you the one in the boat? Or are you the one watching? I don't want to hear that. I don't even like that. I'd be glad when it's over. Because he said, the Most High said, well, it's going to be just like the days of Noah. So when he said just like the days of Noah, you got to look at the characters of people. They're the character of the people that were outside of the boat and the character of the people that were on the inside of the boat. Only you can judge yourself. The Bible said if we judge ourselves righteously, we wouldn't be judged. Which one character are you? Which spirit do you have? Are you on the inside or are you on the outside? Let's move on. All right. He says this now. Prepare against her the nations with the king of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. Verse 29. And the land shall what? Tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of the Most High shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant. So this is a judgment. So most people don't believe that. Watch. They don't want to hear that the Most High deals in blessings and judgment. Yeah, you don't obey him. This is a wicked nation. Yeah, judgment come on you. And some people, what? It takes for them to start. When you start seeing, it's too late. He said, I'm giving you a chance now while develop yourself. Get your mind right. You shutting off what he's saying. You need to be shutting off all this other stuff that's telling you to shut off what he's saying. They're trying to keep you from hearing what he's saying. Because even for a message like this, watch, is that message meant to hurt me? Is that message coming from the Most High? Is he making that up? Or is he reading out the same Bible that I'm reading out of? Now, if I have an issue with that, then I have an issue with who? The Most High, because he has to he has to live by this same stuff. He had to live by this same Bible. He didn't write it, but he got to deliver it. And guess what? You're supposed to be studying it too, because guess what? You're supposed to be witnessing and telling folks, not watch. Think about, watch, I get around people, I don't tell them nothing about the Most High. I don't tell them nothing. I get around them, I don't say nothing. That ain't gonna stand with the Most High. When he connect you to people, he don't connect you to conform. He said, well, I give you stuff like this, so guess what? At the right time and right season, you're supposed to get it. You don't force it on nobody, but you know when it's a time where he's done presented this for me to pour. He's gonna give it to me to watch and give to somebody. I'm not here to watch, be light, or to get in this club to get there, watch. I'm only getting into places where the Most High has ordered my steps. I know that, watch, I'm here on assignment to do his will. And so what? There will come a day. Like my grandmother's already had her day. She got to give an account. The Most High don't care them about 97 years. What did you do with them? You're going to have to stand there. Every last one of us in here, and the ones that's listening, you got to give an account. Do you ever think about watch? You're going to have to stand before him. Live a ready life. You got to live ready. And remember, watch, you came from him. That's who you get back to. That's how you get over all the things out of your bloodline. Why this, why that, why? Why? Because if you got issues in your bloodline, mother, father, why? That's because of free will. Free will. People go do whatever they want. But why? Your free will, you choose to serve the Most High. Why? Oh, you the chosen one out the bunch. You're the one the Most High say, yeah, I sent you through them, but you come from me, baby. You come from me. And I sent you to be a messenger. I sent you to be a witness to the rest of the places that I'm going to ordain you. I'm going to cause your feet to work at employment or own your own business. You see? Okay. Watch. This, I'm talking about this, and is this particular word that the Most High gave me and told me to just to go back over and bring it to our attention. It means so much now, like I say, just like I was telling somebody, I said, man, over the past 3 years, I say for 3 years consecutively at the same time, 2022, 2023, 2024, Steph, Donitra, my grandma. I'm like, just boom, boom. The last two were very dear to me. And I'm just seeing it, and I never saw that before. And then the last one, my grandma, like, that hit me hard. That hit me hard. Hit me so, I'm like, but it just let me know that, watch, life is like a vapor. You here today and gone tomorrow. I said, man, me and mom were just talking. You know, you hear me say, we just talking now. Just like that, 97 years, boom, swallowed up, boom. And I'm on, like I said, I fellowship. You know, a lot of folks, I fellowship, man, we were locked. She's done. And I said, hey, man, you already on the other side of this now. You ain't going, you just on the other side now. Then I think about, guess what, my day coming too. My day coming. And when you think like that, like I say, you don't give, like I say, it's stuff you can't give yourself to. You can't give yourself to stuff that other people choose to be bound by. When you understand that if you don't get nothing from me, always understand this. You're here on assignment. It ain't about what nobody else is doing, it's about what? You and your relationship with the Most High. Because you can't change nobody but who? You, right? All right. We'll keep on moving on. Doing pretty good. Okay. Let's go to, we're going to stay in Jeremiah. And we're going to be in chapter, let's go to chapter 50. Jeremiah, chapter 50. We're going to be at verse 9, 13 through 15, 22 through 23, and 26. So out of that, Jeremiah, we're going to be in verse 9, 13 through 15, 22 through 23, and 26. Okay, so Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 9 reads as this. For lo, I will raise up and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. Remember Russia too. I forgot to throw them in there. Okay. He said, I'm going to assemble great nations. So what? These nations that it's not gonna be just one. They all coming together now. And Russia and China, they're leading the connection. Africa done joined. Like I say, those you really you know, you see it already. Okay. He said, for lo, I will cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves array against her. From thence shall be taken their arrows, their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. It says when they're shooting their missiles and their guns and their weaponry at Babylon, America, guess what? It's going to hit. They ain't going to be shooting no duds. Because why? The Most High says, I'm ordering this because it's a judgment. It's a prophesied judgment. And you think the Most High wants you to be sleep on it? He don't want you to sleep on this kind of stuff. But watch, this is kind of stuff that folks don't want to hear, though. It's the same way, like I say, like he said, it's going to be just like the days they didn't want to hear what Noah was saying either, because Noah was saying the same thing, right? He was telling them that a judgment was coming to the earth. Them folks didn't want to hear that. Don't be like them folks. You be like them folks, you get what them folks got. Okay? All right. Verse 13 says, because of the wrath of the Most High, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her what? Plagues. They're going to be astonished because, watch, remember, he was saying, the earlier prophet said she was the glory of all kingdoms, right? She was the one that everybody looked up to. But now, watch, it ain't so. And like I say, remember this. When the word is taught in its proper manner, and when you're dealing with a messenger, the Most High don't send, like I said, this message just ain't coming by happenstance. And I'm going to say it again. What I'm telling you right now is not coming by happenstance. If you Luke and you walking loose, you better get yourself lined up. If you don't believe you got something against me, you don't believe what I say, go pray. Go pray, because I'm not trying to draw you to me. I'm not trying to draw you to me. Because why? I got to answer the Most High for myself, just like you got to answer. But you need to go pray, because why waste time hearing somebody if they lying to you? Why waste some time hearing somebody if you think they don't like you? Why? I wouldn't do that. Would you? Always be real, true with whoever you deal with, right? Don't ever be fake. Don't ever be phony. Because like I say, the Most High is sending this, and I can't express it enough. He's sending this for a reason. Remember, he said what? Things go begin to outbreak, and people not going to be ready. They're not going to be ready. But I'm going to show you in the Lost Book where he said, watch, they're going to hear the voice of the messengers of watch that I sent before them, that watch, they turn their ear from, they close their ears. They shut their ears not to hear him. He talks about that in the Lost Book. I said, well, that's the same thing Noah. They closed their spirit not to receive from him either, right? But then it happened. Because how you know if you're dealing with a true message if it don't happen? Right? Yeah. Watch. So again, he says, watch, man, that's deep. He says that their arrows ain't gonna miss. And watch, all the other nations, when they see Babylon and what's happened to her, they go hiss like, whoa. It's gonna be an unbelief because she's been in such great strength for so long. And she's been dominating everybody. Okay? Put yourselves, verse 14, put yourselves in array against Babylon. Round about all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her. Spare no arrows. For she hath sinned against the Most High. So why is this coming against? He's telling you why this coming against Babylon, right? Because she sinned against the Most High. So you mean the Most High sends all this type of judgment to folks that sin against him? What is sin? Transgression of the law, being disobedient. So you mean the Most High send judgment to you reading it? You're reading it. We reading out the same Bible, right? You see it. But it's a shame today that people don't even believe this book no more. It's just a check-off list. Or it's just something, watch, that we do, watch, to try to find something that, watch, we don't want to be delivered. We find scriptures, watch, that appeases the Most High. Say, no, I need you to be delivered of that. Let that go. Let this mind that was in Christ be in you. He said, I'm doing this to, he says, watch, you see what he said, verse 14. For she hath sinned against the Most High. He said, I'm not just doing it because she ain't done that. In other words, what? Whatever you choose, basically, if you choose to obey him, you choose to disobey him, there's going to be consequences and repercussions for your choices. Babylon's getting it because he says, what? These judgments and these nations that I'm drawing against her is for this and this reason only. She has what? Sinned against me. Okay. Verse 15. Shout against her round about. She has given her hand, her foundations are all, excuse me, let me start over. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Most High. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done unto her. It's deep. Take vengeance. The things that she's done, guess what? It's being what? Done unto her. That's the what? The law of sowing and reaping. That's why I tell people, I say, watch. What you do, guess what? It's coming back to you. He's telling you right here. Look here. He says what? This is what, look how he's describing what's going to happen to her. He said her foundations are falling. Foundation is what? The foundation of any building, that determines how strong it is. Babylon, America's foundation has been unshakable. Nobody could penetrate it. It's been unbreakable. Every nation has had to bow to it. Every nation has had to bow to it. Anybody that tries to rise up, you know America done gave them their work, right? You know. But he says, watch, in this particular time, in this particular season, her foundations are falling. Her walls, in other words, her protection, how she's able to fortify where nobody can reach her. None of the nations in their elite weaponry can do nothing to her in those times. But in this particular season, guess what? They will. Because remember, he said, what? They arrows ain't gonna miss. Remember, he just told us that. And he says, watch. Her walls are what? Are falling. Her foundations are falling. Her walls are thrown down. Why are we hearing this? Why can't we hear, it's my season? Because the Most High, he always prepares people. He always, there's a remnant this makes a whole lot of sense to, because they stay in prayer, they discipline themselves to hear him. Father, what is it? Your will. They don't have no perverse motives. They don't have no ulterior motives. They don't have no hidden agendas. Father, it's you. Show me what I need to do. Show me where I line up. Who do I need to talk to? Who are you sending me to? Who do I need to tell? Who, Father? Who? Show me. Show me your will, Father. Show me the truth of your word. What it's really saying. Show me. That's the main one right there. Show me, Father. Where I'm nasty, where I'm conceited. Show me. That I don't be deceived with me. And again, like I said, when you look at the things that the prophet is saying, like he says, Babylon's gonna go down like Sodom and Gomorrah. Like I said, the main sin of Sodom and Gomorrah is not the homosexuality. She was haughty. She was very powerful. She was very powerful. Like I said, you have to go read and study it. Same thing with Babylon's, aka America, very haughty, very prideful. Allow any kind of thing to go on. A nation where, watch, all kind of gods are served. Verse 22. A sound of battle. Y'all see that? Verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land, and of what? Great destruction. Have you ever, those who watch the news, you ever seen that when you watching this? Well, back in the day when I was younger, you watch a show and a tornado or something, they beep, beep, look down at the bottom, they type that there's something about to happen. Tornado's about to hit. Well, this is one of those beep, 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 beep messages. But I'm not telling you there's a sound of war. I'm telling you, watch, there's already war, and it's, watch, progressing. I've been saying, yeah, I've been telling you this. Verse 23, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among all nations? So here Jeremiah describes who the hammer is, right? The hammer is the one that what? They run everybody, they running things, right? He says, how is the hammer, the one that puts everybody in check? How is it that what? She's cut asunder. You see? A desolation now among all nations. And like he was saying earlier, it's going to be astonishment because this nation has been so great to what? It just seems like nothing and no one can touch it. Nothing and no one can touch it. And truly, and I say this, truly, if you're walking in the Spirit and you're praying, the Most High is already letting you dream things and pick up on things. You're dreaming, you're seeing wars, you're seeing earthquakes and tornadoes and storms. You're seeing it. There's a reason he's showing you that. There's a reason. Okay? And that reason is this. Stay alert. Don't let nothing get you distracted. Stay alert. How do I stay alert? Let me start my day off with him. And I don't watch. When I start my day, that ain't the end of it. Like you eat lunch, you can talk to him then. You can read to him. You eat dinner, let me open up the word. Because watch. What is this? I know, watch, I've been feeling some kind of way. I'm off in my head. I got all kind of nasty stuff. I got all kind of attitudes and all kind of things. What? I'm off spiritually. So that watch, somewhere watch, I've taken a diet from the Most High and I've been watch, taking in other stuff. Now the spirits of that other stuff is inside of me. I don't have no peace. I'm having all kind of just emotional fits. I don't have the Most High in me. I'm putting every other thing in me besides the Most High. I ain't trying to put the Most High in me. I'm not sound in my mind. I got anxiety. I got fear. I'm having things. I'm liking things that what? The Most High says abominable. Because watch, I moved away from the Most High. And I got time for every show, every game, every other thing. I don't have time for you, Most High. So now watch. That's why I'm looking mean all the time. That's why you see it. What's wrong with you? But remember this. The Most High said, I made you, in my image, in my likeness. My likeness is my character. So you got to guard that. You have to check that. Father, am I made in your likeness? I don't feel it. I'm not waiting for somebody to see. I'm not going to get around some familiar people like, oh, God, because they lost too. And then the right situation come up, they manifest. You start seeing people, most people religious, they manifest. But I thought you said, Jesus, I don't care. Oh, not about that. But me and the Most High, show me. You know you have to go within yourself. Look at yourself. Look at your mind. Where's your peace at? Where's your joy at? Nobody's watching. For me, nobody's responsible for that but me. Nobody can give me that but who? Me. Only thing another person do, that could be a hindrance to it. But I run this. You run your joy. You run your peace. Like I said, the Most High give you this for what? For you to discipline yourself. Because watch, he said, I wish that no man should what? Perish. He ain't trying to judge nobody. He said, I send warnings before what? Destruction. So when things are, oh God, so sorry, I should have been serving you. He said, I've been told you this. But did you do this when the messenger came? Did you shut your ear? Were you commanded to shut your ears? What are you shutting your ears to? Well, there's some things you should be shutting your ears to. But you need to ask, Most High, should I shut my ear to your word? What should I be shutting my ear, which is my mind, to? Because whatever you open your mind up to, that determines what spirit is flowing you. Do you have this peace? Do you have this clarity? When you go and pray, can you hear? Is it guiding you right? You don't need somebody to say, well, maybe it could be this. You got to try. No, the Most High is like this. Don't. You'll never find in the scripture where he said, maybe this, maybe that. You'll never find it. Show me. If you can show me that, then I say, I repent. I need to go back and do a whole mess. Yeah, it is. He was over here using Ezekiel saying, watch, maybe. He's a yea and nay God, right? He's a watch. He's a watch. Right to the point. You need to be over here. That's what the Most High says. That's what kind of God he is. That's what kind of Elohim. You have to watch people watch. Because some people watch, they're not fully connected like they need to be. Maybe ands, if, buts. We gonna keep praying. Well, hell, what did he say? And that's what I want to hear what he says. I don't want to keep praying like what? Did he hear me this time? Or did he hear me this time? Did he hear me? Did he hear me? I didn't know if he heard me. So yeah, I'm here to give it to you raw and uncut because watch. They talk to him. Jeremiah, we're reading about Jeremiah right now. He's a man just like me. He hearing the Most High and telling us stuff that what we see happening right now. So we serving the same Elohim he serving. That's the Elohim that he said, this is the Elohim, this is how he deals with his people. If I ain't getting that, then watch, I got to begin to look at the man in the mirror watching. Ask him, I got to let go of some stuff. Because watch, he said he the same today, yesterday, and forevermore. The same way he dealt with Jeremiah, guess what? If I condition and discipline myself, he can deal with me the way. Same way. Don't take on this other stuff that these other folks trying to put that watch. They don't line up like these prophets. They don't line up like these people in the Bible. Because they have issues and egos that watch. I don't want to let that go because if I really told you what I was in, what I have a persona that I want people to see me, how I want people to see me. The hell with how people see you. It's about the Most High. At some point, myself and you are going to stand before him and give an account. That's all you should be worried about. Because even when you're your best and giving to people, they will still give you the tail to kiss. So you don't worry about what people think. I'm worried about what the Most High is saying about me. Is what I'm saying right now, will he accept me or will I spend a life in eternal hell burning because what? I was trying to hold up a persona because I wanted y'all to like me. The hell with that. You're here by assignment. You're here on purpose. I don't care how you came, your mama, your daddy, what, none of them, that don't mean nothing. The Most High is your Father. And he said, I'm the one telling you, come here, bring your mind to me. Let me watch, rectify, and heal you, that you no longer go back into these other mindsets and not watch, and that you don't have false in that it ain't okay because watch, I made you. In my likeness, you have me. It's me dwelling on the inside of you. You ain't got to look out of space. I'm living inside of you. I just need you to recognize me. You have everything that you need already. In the places where I'm calling you and I've ordered your step, I've given you the abilities, what? To rise. And if you want to know my will is this. Beloved, I wish above all things that you may what? Prosper. And what? Be in health, even as your soul prosper. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to prosper. I'm supposed to be healthy. Health, not just physically, but mentally. Mentally, when he says mental, that's your spirit. Watch? Because everything you hear now, what? Mental health. Because your mind is a spirit you take on. That's why he said, let this mind be in you. Let this spirit. That's why you put yourself in the word. That's why you stay connected with people that's going to hold you accountable, like myself. They say, oh, that ain't him. You got to let that go. The reason why you feeling fear and anxiety, you feeling like you trash, because you got another spirit working on the side. That ain't the Most High Spirit. Let it go. See, you know it right? See, when it's real, you feel it, you can feel it. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's real. That's what you here for. Yeah, he gonna put you around all kind of people. They don't have his spirit. But you got a choice. You gonna be like them that don't have his spirit. Watch, you gonna be low. They can say certain things and now you down. Now I got the spirit. You got boys, I got something you need. And at the right time, I can give it to you if you ask me now. You can have it. But I can really go there and let it because I don't define myself by nothing on this earth. You see? All right, let's move on. I'm doing good. I got about 10 more minutes. I'm going to be up out of here. It's some good food. I love a good meal. Well, I ain't going to call my boy. I have to come in here and let him do a check. All right, dang. Is that it? Did I do verse 26? Okay, last one. See what I was doing? I'm like, dang, I ain't got no more. I'm feeling good right now. I want some more scripture to teach. Y'all see, I can't even, look, I'm done, man. Look, just when I start feeling good, I ain't got no more scriptures. All right, 26, we're going to be done. Come against her from the uttermost border. Open her storehouses. Cast her up as heaps. And destroy her utterly. What? Letting nothing be what? Yeah. That's why you don't come to acceptance with the things like we're in this nation. You say, why are we in this nation? First of all, we're here because our ancestors disobeyed the Most High. The Most High put us here to recognize his will and to repent and to start lining up with him so he can deliver us, because he told Jacob he will always have a remnant seed. And so now that we're here and we know the Most High's will, our whole objective is to be what? The salt and the light in this nation. Everywhere he goes, we're supposed to watch. Be manifesting him, witnessing him, showing him. And not just this, like I say, your energy, everything about you, man. Like I say, you have to embody him. When I say in here, how do I get that? I can really just deal with my mind, right? This ain't you, Most High. I chose to put that in my head, and I'm choosing now to let it go. That ain't you. And I'm letting that go. That's how you know. That's when you really get that way. You really thirsty for him. I'm ready to go deal with me. I ain't trying to hide nothing. I ain't trying to watch. I don't want you to see me in a certain way, her to see me in a certain way. Nah, it's about, I know watch. The one that sees me and he never sleeps, he's looking at me. He keeps saying, so you gonna keep sleep, you gonna keep just taking advantage of my life that I give you. I let you sleep, I let you take naps, I let you, and you still just gonna keep avoiding what I'm asking you to do. But you know I'm watching you. You know that, watch. I put you here on assignment. You know, you're going to make it all about you, huh? And watch, it's like that hourglass clock, you know, just that sand is getting low. I got time. Nobody knows how much time they got, right? We don't know. But we should make good use of it, right? We should make good use of it. And so, like I say, these prophecies, and we're going to go a little deeper next time we meet if the Most High tarry. Like I said, I went over this a couple years ago already. But their wars are already taking place, and they're heating up. You're not hearing about them. Because like I say, the program, they giving you what they want you to hear. It's a time where, watch, we're supposed to be lining ourselves up to get right with him, to seek his will, to do what he wants us to do. You see? Like I say again, he wished that none should perish, to line up with his will. Okay? So if there's anyone that is watching saying, brother, how do I start serving the Most High? I'm going to give you an example prayer on how you can get started. It goes like this: Most High, I just come to you on today, and I ask that you have mercy and forgiveness on me for my transgression. My brother takes me on errands. I don't have a car. He's courteous and kind enough to take me on my errands. And I stay in the car when it's his time to run his, and I've been stealing his loose dollar bills out of his glove compartment for the last 3 years. He never checks it. He don't know, but I'm just at that place now where I'm tired of just putting on the front like I got everything okay. I'm empty. I'm living, but I feel dead. I don't even know my purpose. I'm tired. I'm tired, Most High. And I'm just coming to you right now and asking you that you may have mercy on me for my sin. My sin is those things that I've done against your will. And my sin, Father, against my brother was I stole his money. And I went to my brother Most High, and I told him that I had been stealing, and I returned the money that I stole to him. And now I come to you and confess the sin and ask that you may forgive me. And if there be any other thing that I've done or I'm holding in my mind that's not like you, may you, by your Spirit, reveal it to me so I can confess that. So you can dwell in me freely without any hindrances. And I thank you on today that you've given me grace, which is the time period to get myself right and line up with doing your word. I thank you just for you allowing me to repent, to turn from doing what's wrong, to turn to doing what's right. And I know, Most High, that if I consistently on a daily basis discipline myself to study your word, and not only study and read it, but to do what you're saying, to pray and meditate, praying to hear you, to hear what you're saying to me. I know if I continue to discipline myself to do that, all shall go well. And Father, if I should turn to the left or turn to the right and fall, I pray for your mercy. I pray for your grace that you give me the time period to get myself back up and repent, turn from doing what's wrong to turn to doing what's right. And Most High, may you grant me faithful friends that are really caught up into doing your will, that they can be with me, encourage me, and hold me accountable while I'm on this journey and this assignment that you put me here on this earth for. And I thank you for my new walk on today, and I thank you for sparing me. And again, I thank you, Most High, for your grace, and I thank you for your mercy. Okay, and I declare all is well. And so that's, like I said, that's just a prayer to get yourself started on living for the Most High. And really, like I said, I gave you that just to show you that prayer is nothing but a time where you really just being real, and you talking to him. Not from a religious, you really just talking to him and being for real, just being honest, not holding anything that's not like him, because you can't come to him and I'm going to confess this, but I ain't ready to give up that yet. You might as well not even pray, because he's a full time. He's a full God. He wants to see that, watch, I'm really chasing him. When you really chase him, you gonna really find him. I don't care what your background. Like I say, you may be like me. I wasn't raised in or nothing, but I do know this for sure. And this didn't come from reading nobody's book. This is just the experience. When you really go after him and you really you're hungry. I just want to know you. I want to know what I'm here for. I want to show me how to serve you. He gonna reveal himself. He gonna talk to you in ways that you understand. It's gonna be so simple. it's gonna be like he just make it so plain. Go give you you'll no longer say, oh, I had a crazy dream. You gonna understand your dreams. Most High talk to you even when you're slumbering. He wants you to know what? Everything that if I give you to sleep, guess what? I cause you to sleep and I cause you to dream. There's nothing crazy about me. I'm trying to speak to you through the dream. Give you open eye vision where you sit and watch. You just drop a screen like enjoy you think. Yeah, because why? You're in that journey of getting back to his likeness and his image. So now he's watch. Okay, this is what I've been waiting on. Now I can talk to you like I've always desired. How I created to talk to you, and how I created to connect with you. Okay. So if you took out that time to pray and to say the prayer, and there are two things I want you to do. First is I want you to get your Bible. Once you get a Bible, make sure you also have like a notepad, or you might be techie, something you can take notes on. And we're gonna start studying in the Old Testament, the first book of the Old Testament, which is Genesis. Before you start studying, I always say this prayer: Most High, grant me with the knowledge and wisdom of that knowledge of what you're saying to me through your word. Okay. And if there's any time that you're studying, you may not say I'm out fully understand what I'm reading, feel free to reach out to us. Be more than gladly to help you in your studies. The second thing I want you to do is to reach out to us, especially if you're not local, so we can help you find a fellowship in your area that can keep you encouraged while you're on this journey. And if we're not able to find a fellowship that really teaches the word like it's supposed to be taught, we'll stay connected by technology, phone calls, text messages, emails, things of that nature, which I do week in, week out, almost on a daily basis, to be honest. So that's that. The vision of the Salt and Light Church is to see mankind become productive in every area of their life, so that we, the body of Christ, may have a positive effect on our society through YAHUSHUA the Christ.